slow then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 100 grams of that. I don't know this. See? Then you didn't do that yet.
Huh? Today I
I
did.
only spoke.
Today I did. Mic check, guys. Can you guys hear me? Mic check, mic check.
months.
Alright, guys, it's 10 o'clock, so we won't waste any more time. Thanks a lot to all of you who have joined me today. Also a general quiz. Thought of doing one more today on Saturday night. Forgotten the day of the week. So, welcome to this general quiz. There are 15 questions and 30 seconds to answer each question. Effectively, it's around 25 seconds for you guys because regular players will know that the question appears a bit faster before the options appear on Kahoot faster before the questions appear. So make sure you wait for the questions to come on the screen before you attempt or hazard a guess. The faster you answer, the more points you get. And if you guys are still just joining in, make sure you are on Kahoot.it or you have the Kahoot app to answer your questions. That being said, let me just remove the text block so the questions don't get hidden, and we'll be ready to go. Okay then, now that we have all the questions, we have the screen removed. Here is question number 1. So the first question is on cricket. Only 2 of you got it right. It is indeed Darren Lehman. He won it with Rajasthan Royals in the first season and was coach of Deccan Chargers when they won the second season. 2 out of 60 of you. Sushant and Taran Jots get that right. Next question. More than half of you get this right. It's Uderzo, one half of the illustrators for Asterix and Obelix. Passed away yesterday. 33 of you got that right, and so most of you are on the board. Next question 3. Brunei is the correct answer. Borneo has 3 countries actually, but only parts of Malaysia and Indonesia, while the whole of Brunei is in the island of Borneo. Most of you got that right. But we have a new leader. Question number 4. 11 of you got that right. It is indeed the Harvard Yale boat race. What's really interesting is that although it's held in the US, the river on which the Harvard Yale boat race is held is the River Thames, which is also the main river of London across the Atlantic Ocean. That's a really interesting bit. Only 11 of you got that right. I think there's some female participants as well in this. I'm not sure, but I don't think Oxford Cambridge has female racers, but I might be mistaken. 11 of you got that right, and lit 11 has moved up to first. Here's the next question. Most of you chose the right answer. 26 of you. It is Rwanda Tourism, who are sleeve sponsors of Arsenal Football Club. The leaders seem to have gotten that right. Here's question number 6. Most people went for a virus. No, it was snow which trapped everyone inside the play, the Mousetrap, from where crime occurs. Won't say much more for you to enjoy. And we have a new leader. V has gone to the top. It is called the Nehru coat or Nehru jacket, a hip-length jacket with a mandarin collar. A villain in the James Bond films has also worn it. SWAT has moved up to second. Good job. Last question of the first half. Polar bears are mostly found in Churchill, Manitoba. You don't know it, no? That is Donald Trump's ex-wife, Ivana Trump, who was a former Olympic skier. The child is Ivanka, who is famous. 15 of you get that right. Most of you went for Boris Johnson, but that's not right. And has that seen a change in the leaderboard? Yes, Lit 11 and Gaitonde are in the top 2. The answer is seaweed. Only 13 of you get that right. There's a reference to this in the movie Parasite as well. So they say that because of the seaweed's slippery texture, if you eat seaweed before your exams in Korea, the answer might slip out of your head overnight. And that's why they suggest you don't eat seaweed. 13 of you get that right. 6, 8, 2, 9. Leader Striling is in the lead. Question number 8. Blog is the answer. Just 9 of you got that right. 9 out of around 60 odd. So blog comes from web plus log, and it was one of the early words of the years, popularized by the Merriam-Webster dictionary. The other 3 words have not won a word of the year award, although the emoji of a crying face, happy crying face, did win Oxford Word of the Year some years ago. 9 of you got right. The top 5, I don't think anyone got it right. So we move on to question 12. It's Phidias who oversaw, this is the Acropolis. Parthenon can be seen as well. It is one of the greatest Athenian structures, and it's an even split between the 4 guesses. But it was Phidias. Do check up on him. He was one of the erstwhile architects and sculptors of the past. And we and Sahil have moved up into the top 3. Question number 13. It's not intense. Nothing.
It's an enjoyable movie.
So Jack Dempsey is right. 24 of you got it right. So the fish is called the Jack Dempsey fish because Jack Dempsey once got hit black and blue because of his boxing injuries, and you can see the fish is black and blue as well. It's also a very aggressive fish, and that's why it's called the Jack Dempsey fish. 24 if you got that right, including the leader.
Yours might
So Striling keeps the lead.
Mine was that side.
Now we're up for question number 14. "25 correct answers there. It is indeed the surah. Surah means the division in the Quran. They're split into, I think, I don't want to guess. It's over 100 surahs. Gaitonde has moved up to third. And here's the penultimate question of the quiz. Quite an even spread again, but the answer is angels and demons. So that's the interesting thing. Dan Brown, before he was an author, he used to be a musician, inspired by his wife. And in '94, he released an album, which is also the title of his book. It was called Angels and Demons. So that was question 15, and looks like Striling has kept his or her lead. Sahil's moved up to fourth. And before the last question, thanks a lot for joining me today, guys. Hope you guys had fun. Was it a bit too difficult? You can let me know, and I can maybe tweak the topic around, tweak the difficult levels. So if you haven't joined the WhatsApp group yet, well, the two WhatsApp groups are full, but I will be creating a third WhatsApp group today to accommodate all of you. So feel free to join the third WhatsApp group if you haven't joined yet, or I will create the WhatsApp group while the final question is on. Send me feedback on what you liked and what you didn't like in today's quiz, and I'll try to incorporate them moving forward. Here's the evening's final question. And the last question answer is Al Capone. The other three people, John Paul Getty III, Frank Sinatra, and Charles Lindbergh, were all in fact had family members kidnapped. There were famous cases all around the US at the time. And that's the end of the quiz. By the way, I've made a third WhatsApp group as well. It's just a mirror of the first and second WhatsApp groups. I'm sharing the link here. You guys can join it if you want. But let's have a look at the results. Coming in third today, we have Gaitonde with 10 out of 16 correct answers. Also with 10 correct, but faster, we have Lit 11. And with 11 correct answers, we have Striling winning the quiz. Congratulations. Let's have a look at how the rest of you did today. I'll just be releasing the results of the other people who participated. By the way, the link for the third WhatsApp group is already.
Makes no sense. There should be another question.
Reports, results. 6th was Sub Nakli, 7th SWAT, 8th was Think About Thing, 9th was V, and 10th was COVID. Here are the rest of the results.
अभी के लिए
And that's it. Hope you guys learned something today. We'll see you soon for more quizzes. Till then, have a good evening. Cheers.